right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the very first virtual doghouse. The MWO has asked me to do this face-to-face meeting between the MWO world champion, Jack Teryn, and the challenger, Roberto Cruz, who are going to be facing each other this Saturday, October 9th, at the ONTV studios, live in a 30-man iron match for the MWO championship. Now, before we get into the questions, guys, just generally, how are each of you doing right now?
Well, if you're asking me, I'm doing pretty great because I'm about a week and a half out from becoming the new MWO heavyweight champion.
Jack, how you feeling?
Oh man, right now I'm stronger, I'm hungrier, and I'm just ready to go. I can't wait to get in the ring with Roberto Cruz and just tear it up.
All right, I'll start with you, Jack. What does Jack Teryn do to prepare for an Iron Man match?
Well, it's a lot of physical labor, cutting down trees, hauling things across the yard. You know, you got to get back to that primal nature of things in order to really be able to pull out the beast from within. And that's how you become the alpha, is by continuously working hard and just making sure that you're in it for the long haul.
Roberto Cruz, I'll ask you the same question. What do you do to prepare for an Iron Man match?
Well, that's the thing. I don't do stuff like Jack Teryn the primal way. I prepare intelligently. I have a plan mapped out from day one and how I'm going to take that title from Jack Teryn. Now, I put my time in running down the beaches of Miami, doing push-ups, drinking margaritas, training hard and enjoying my life, something neither of you dorks would know anything about. Next question.
All right, Jack. Now, it's no secret that you have a surgically repaired leg. Now, are you concerned at all that in such a long, grueling match that's going to be a factor?
Again, bigger, faster, harder, hungrier. It's not a factor. As you've seen in the last couple outings, I've used it as a weapon myself because it's not a factor. I'm not afraid of the fact that my leg was broken. It's stronger now than it ever was. And come October 9th, Roberto Cruz is going to feel exactly how strong it is when I put him to sleep.
No.
Now, Roberto, you recently turned your back on the takeover. Now, going into this match, is that in the back of your mind that you're going to be out there flying solo for the first time in a while?
Back of my mind, more like in the rear view. Good times were had with the takeover. I'll give them that. But they're not my brothers no more, so I don't think about them. They're 6 feet down as far as I'm concerned. And as far as flying solo, I've been destined for this since the day I laced my boots and stepped into the ring. No more shine for anyone else. 24 karat, Dioro, all the shine is mine. And that Tricker Slam, everybody's going to know who the real main attraction of the MWO really is.
All right, Jack. Now, what gives you any type of advantage going in to an Iron Man match, if at all?
Focus. I don't think Roberto Cruz is exactly focused on what he's going to have to do to last 30 minutes with the alpha. You see, what you don't understand, Roberto Cruz, is I didn't spend all of that time off sitting on my butt, drinking champagne, celebrating, whatever it is you want to do. The fact of the matter is I was working. I was putting in the work on my leg. I was putting in the work on my wind. I was putting in the work on my cardio. And come October 9th, I'm going to take you into deep water, Roberto Cruz, and I'm going to drown you.
Cool. All right, Roberto, I'm going to ask you the same question. What kind of advantage do you feel that you have going into a 30-minute Iron Man match, if any?
Well, what advantage do I not have? I mean, if this was the NBA, you could check off the box scores. I got an advantage in almost every way. This man's leg isn't going to last. I know when someone's playing possum. Come on, Jack. Come on, Jack, baby. Your leg ain't healthy. I could feel it crumbling in our last match, which I should have won. So in this Iron Man match, my advantage is I want it more. Jack Teryn, you tell me, are you willing to drag me to hell? How far are you willing to take this? You want to act like you're the alpha? I'm more animal than you, and you're going to find out at Trickerslam.
Now, Jack, I'm just going to ask you straight up. What are your opinions about your opponent, Roberto Cruz?
Tell you, I don't really think a whole much of him. He's lazy. He's unfocused. He doesn't have his priorities together. See, he doesn't have the mentality of a champion. And that's why on October 9th, I will continue to be the alpha, and I will continue to be your MWO World Heavyweight Champion.
All right, Roberto, I'm going to ask you the same question. Straight up, what are your opinions of the champion, Jack Teryn?
Now, you know, unlike my primal opponent, I'm not just going to give him a low blow like he gave to me. Pure lies. I'll give the man his due. He's a big, strong man. The people are behind him. He's got every right to have the fans behind him. And he has every right to hold that title. Until I came around. Until the man came around. It's as simple as that, Teryn. You're not as good as me. You claim you're the best man to hold that heavyweight title. It's not your time anymore. It's my time. It's my destiny to hold that belt. And no matter what you do, it doesn't matter. Because you're always going to play second fiddle to me, Roberto Cruz.
All right, that pretty much does it for my questions. But, Jack, do you have any closing comments before next Saturday?
All I have to say, Roberto Cruz, is I hope that you can back up what you're saying, because next Saturday, I'm going to take you to hell. I'm going to take you into that deep water, and you're not going to come back. You're going to be a changed man after Saturday, but that big change is not going to be the gold over your shoulder or around your waist. That big change is going to be the third disappointment against Jack Teryn.
You kidding me? Teryn?
Roberto Cruz, I'm going to give you the last opportunity going into next Saturday. You have any final thoughts going into that big match?
Well, first of all, thank you for saving the best for last. And I'll give you that, Jack Teryn. I don't agree with it, but you did pin my shoulders to the mat at Slamathon. Though I had you beat fair and square while the referee was down.
I also threw you out at the bunkhouse brawl.
I didn't see a referee run in to count your shoulders down when I had you, but they magically appear when I have you down? That's conspiracy. And come Trickerslam, I have something in my pocket to make sure that doesn't happen again.
Yeah, another chain.
And I recognize, let me finish. I recognize wholeheartedly, if I lose you again, which I won't, that's 0-2 in these big match heavyweight title fights. I recognize it's back of the line for Roberto Cruz. Roberto Cruz is not a back of the line kind of guy. I'll sucker punch you and cut in front of line and take what's mine, that heavyweight title. Mark my words, Jack Teryn. That title is mine. Over my dead body, you won't retain that title. Your time is done. It is the time, the era, the decade of Dioro.
All right. Thank you, gentlemen, for joining me on the very first Virtual Doghouse. Can't wait to see what's going to happen this Saturday. For anybody that's watching this, make sure that you turn in to ONTV live and watch this historic matchup at Trigger Slam between Roberto Cruz, the challenger, and Jack Teryn, the MWO champion. And we'll see everyone next time on the Doghouse.